Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded on this channel and I wanted to wait till I got a better I wanted to do a quality video today. I woke up early, everything, and the app that I wanted on my phone, the screen recorder, is just not working. So I just thought to myself, why wait? Why not just do a video that I normally does like this with my computer or my phone? But I'm going to do it with my computer today. I'm sorry about the quality. I'm just going to talk about what's going on with Dream. It's not going to be kind of a review about anything. I might have some thoughts about the characters, but you know, let's get into it. But before, I just wanted to say I wasn't going to make a video right now, but when I was on Twitter, because I'm very active on Twitter, and I got someone that mentioned me and said, when are you going to make another video? Like, when are you going to go back to making videos? And I was like, people actually watch my video? Okay. And then I just ignored it, you know. I'm like, I tweeted back, but of course nothing, nothing came to my mind, okay? And then I went and logged into my channel. I haven't even logged in for a while, since May, y'all. And I logged in and I saw this comment under my last video, and I was like, oh, this is so sweet. Like, people watch my videos. So here I am just making my thoughts on this channel because I've been working like crazy. I have 2 days off. A lot has been going on in my life, but that's further from this video right now. Just ignore that. I don't even know why I said that. But let's go back to Sam and Drew. And that's all I'm going to talk about since the 7th of the 5th. I believe it was a Friday that she saw him in the office, y'all. And I thought that was going to be it for us, but she went there to see him and ask him about Peter. And I knew that she didn't go there just to see him, to ask him about Peter. Come on, y'all. Drew informed her that he doesn't know anything. Peter never talked about anything rather than being a good CEO and doing his job. And then he said that is a new beginning before both of us today, because the divorce went through. He saw the papers. And then Sam was shocked because she didn't know, even though her mom called her and let her know, but it went to voicemail, okay? So she didn't know that they were actually divorced. So she was kind of shocked. But I think at that point, y'all, Sam kind of understood, even though I feel like the conversation with she and Alexis, she should have been more into detail, because all she kept saying is that she's okay and she feels like this was the right decision for both of us to have a clean slate. But when the wedding comes around, I don't know what the hell this is. Like, I'm confused. Like, all of these messages, these touches are just kind of crazy to me. But let me just go back about Drew and Sam before I forget. Like, when they were into the office and Sam was telling him, finally broke her silence and told him that she doesn't regret anything that happened between them, and she's happy that they have a daughter together. She's happy that he saved her life. She's happy that he brought Scout into this world, and she's grateful. Everything about them, their relationship, she's grateful. And to me, it was like they were doing their little vows. Like, it was so weird, that scene. It was lovely, don't get me wrong. Now, I cried. I love them. I love them a lot. But I feel like those two does not need to be divorced. What they need to do is go to couples counseling, like what Alexis and Julian is doing. You know what I'm saying? They need to find out how could they heal themselves from Sam being in love with another man. Or, she, don't get me wrong, when I say being in love with another man, now she loves her husband, obviously. Don't get this twisted. Those other fans over there, the fans, the Jason fans, don't get it twisted. She loves her husband, but she also loves Jason. But I feel like they need to go to couples counseling. I don't think that she should have got divorced. I don't think that Drew should have signed any papers. I don't think that Sam should have signed any papers. It doesn't make any sense, because right now they're acting like they're together. Like the way they were acting before when they were married and they had scenes together, this is how they are acting now. It's weird. It's so but anyhow, y'all, going back to Jason and Sam and all the scenes that they had the last couple months, let's say the month and a half. They had a whole damn month and a half to prove themselves, to prove the chemistry, okay? And y'all, the chemistry was very much lacking. I feel like I have to point out something. Remember when Drew and Sam was at an event and they were asked, is those kiss written, the hand touching and stuff like that, is it written? And they said not all of it, like most of them, they do it themselves. Sam in their scenes could touch, could kiss, not on the lips, because, you know, but on the forehead or the cheeks or something. He could show his affection better to if something was going to happen, but I feel like in all their scenes it's just dried. It's mostly like friendship scenes, like, okay, the pool table situation, Sam went to play pool with him. She was supposed to meet Curtis at the bar. He canceled the meeting, right, and end up with Jason, and Jason ended up talking about Carly this whole damn time, the whole time that they had together. And then with the Michael situation where he went to see Sam, and Sam got her divorce papers, and what is about Carly again situation. Nothing about their love, what they mean together, what they mean to each other. Nothing, okay? But when Dream comes in, they reflect on them. They reflect, if they're alone, they reflect on their it just can't be denied. I mean, they try to put other things that they could talk about, but it's always that thing in between them, you know what I mean? So I don't know if that's a sign, but I don't feel like this reunion is gonna happen. And then of course ABC launched, you know, the best of Jason and Sam get together, you know, 15 episodes of it, by the way. 15 episodes in 15 years, that's all they have to offer. When I saw that, because I clicked on, I didn't click on the video, don't get it twisted, because I ain't trying to give them no ratings on them episode, okay? So when I saw 15 episodes for 15 years of Jason and Sam, you're telling me that's it? That's it that they have to offer of the good times that they've been together, the good moments? So out of that 15 years, there's only 15 episodes of good times. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They need to put that to rest, okay? And I hope it's just a farewell for those J-Sam fans to look back on J-Sam, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to J-Sam fans, but that's how I truly feel. Because that was like, that's crack. That's a crack. Because if they did that to Dream, like if Dream had 15 years of relationships and they only gave them 15 episodes of good times to look back on, I'd be like, what the hell? This is what we were fighting for, this kind of ship. But you know what I think? I think that they gave Jason and Sam a whole month and a half to prove their chemistry. And I think, you know, because not Jason and Sam, well, Steve Burton and Kelly, and they're both professionals, by the way. I don't go after the actor. It's not the actor's fault. This is your job, just like I have a job to do. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like somewhere, somehow, things changed. And let me tell you why. Because of Billy Miller. And a lot of fans are upset about that. The Jason fans, of course, the Jason Sam fans are upset about that. Because they never had a Billy Miller. Billy Miller was over at Y&R doing a great job. 3-time Grammy winner, okay? And he was doing a great job, and he left that place to go to somewhere else. And he didn't go to General Hospital. General Hospital approached him. Why? Because of Kelly. Monaco. She went out, they had mutual friends, and she felt something with him, okay? With a chemistry with him. And she said to herself, this is Jason Morgan. And she pitched it to Frank or whoever she needed to pitch it to, ABC or whoever. And they had to decide if she was right about that. And they did. Now, just think about it, y'all. They knew that Jason Morgan was back in the works of coming back. They knew because it was a short time. You know, somebody knew something. Because the writing that they did throughout the years was leading up to that moment. Okay, so everybody knew. Because a lot of us, especially the fans looking out and not knowing what's going on in the inside, we think that this probably happened a couple months ago that Steve Burton decided to come back to the show. But this been in play for years, probably, that he was going to come back and they were going to make Billy Miller plays Jason, his brother, his twin brother, and then, you know, Steve Burton came back to, you know, claim his role or whatever and play the twin brother. So they built up this relationship not knowing the outcome of which fan base was going to win the most. Okay, they was not expecting this because just think about it. When they put Sam and Patrick together, and look how quickly it ended when Sam found out that Drew, well, Jake Doe was actually Jason. Because that fan base wasn't large enough. Patrick and Sam fan base wasn't large enough. They could have made it work because Robin wasn't going to come back. Robin comes in and out the show. So they could have made this work. Okay? Patrick, he ended up leaving anyways to go to another show. So, but anyhow, the actor for Patrick ended up leaving. But it's like, just think about that. You know, and then Jason came back. They could have did the same thing for Billy. They could have did the same thing. But a lot of people don't understand how show business is. And show business is more like, this is a 3-time Grammy winner. GH had to pay him that amount of money to come on board. And with Billy Miller, like he talks about his lawyers all the time. He's always with his lawyers. They have to go through a contract that Billy Miller has to agree to and the show has to agree to. They both have to have an understanding before that actor goes into play. So Billy Miller is, you know, telling them what he wants for his character, for his reputation, because let's face it, the fan base are cruel. Okay? Listen. So he wants to make sure that he's not leaving behind a situation to go into a worse situation. So he needs to work with who he wants to work with. So he picks Sam, which is Kelly Monaco. And look at it now. It can't be like that. So when everybody thought Jason was coming back, oh my God, Sam, Jason reunion, oh my God, it haven't happened, did it? It haven't happened. And that's because the fan base is all, even though we think that we don't matter, the fan base, y'all, the fan base does matter. And it matters on the contract too of the actors. You know what I'm saying? Jason came back to have a good time. He didn't come back to be with Sam. Well, Steve Burton came back to have a good time. Say that. He came back to interact with his buddies, his people. He didn't come back to be in a relationship and to break up a couple or anything like that. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? So his contract is basically to have fun. Billy Miller contract is basically to work with Kelly, okay? I'm going to put that there. I'm going to state that in this video, you know, that I believe that's what the situation is. And you know, that's it. And that's why this story is just going the way it is. You know, they built such a beautiful story. And, y'all, I can't even talk. But I'm happy. I'm happy that we saw Billy Miller and Kelly build this amazing super couple. And I'm going to say super couple because if they wasn't a super couple, Jay Sam would have been together a long time ago. Am I right? Sam would have left Sam would have left Drew at the police station. Okay? When she turned around like that and looked at him, which she already knew. And she said to Curtis, she already knew it was Jason. But it broke her heart to hear that for Drew, not for herself, for Drew. Because she didn't want him to hurt like that. And I think she said that, y'all. I'm starting to sound like Kelly. Anyhow, it's already 15 minutes. So let's go into the episode. So the wedding, y'all, cuz the wedding. When I first saw Kelly, well, not Kelly. When I first saw Sam at the bar and Drew walked in, they did the same kind of scene like how Jason and Sam saw each other at the ball. What you call it? The nurses' ball. And she was in the restaurant area where, you know, everybody sit down or whatever, the area that everybody sit down where the tables are. And Jason walks in and Sam turned around, like, because of Jason, right? And how the hatred, the look after Jason walked away, that hatred look, you know what I'm saying? It's not that she hates him, but she feels guilty for falling in love with someone that wasn't Jason. And Sam needs to come to a point and honest with herself of who she truly loves, because we are seeing it on screen. A lot of Jason fans are holding on to their ship, and I please do. And Dream fans are holding on to their ship as well. And I'm Dream, so I'm holding on to my ship, but I'm just reporting what I see. And I feel like Sam is just, she feels guilty for loving Drew when she looks at Jason because she thought he was Jason, right? But she needs to come to a conclusion, y'all, who she really loves the most. Because when Drew is in danger, or when I feel like if Drew is gonna be at a situation where he's gonna probably be in a death situation, and Sam has to choose, I don't think it's gonna be Jason. And I'm gonna tell you why. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Sam said when it comes to Jason, she doesn't have to worry about him. That's just Jason's personality. When he disappears, that's how he is. You don't know anything. That's how Jason is. But when it comes to Drew, she worries about him because it's not like him. You know, she worries more about him. So when she worries more about him, she acts out. She acts out into protecting him, to risk her life and everything that she has. Her children. Look, she was about to go to jail to break freaking Peter out for Drew. Okay? And who had to compromise with her? Jason. She was going to risk her whole life for Drew. Anyhow, so when she turned around and looked at Drew like that, I thought, maybe she was going to give them these hateful looks like how she did Jason. And boy, I was wrong. And the part that got me all messed up inside is the Oscar scene when she, talked to Oscar and then Oscar left, and then she was asking him, you must be really keeping Oscar busy. And he was like, she was like, you really been keeping Oscar busy because he hasn't been over to visit Scout. And he was like, well, I think he got a whip of the divorce papers and that made him want to keep his distance. And she was like, well, I don't want him to feel like he can't come over, because he's welcome to visit Scout anytime. Do you mind me talking to him and, let him know that he's welcome to see his sister anytime? And Drew was like, yeah, great, And the way she said it, yeah, great, okay. Like, they were just so, like, fresh. Like, brand new to each other. I was just like, this reminds me of Elena and Stefan. Not Damien. Elena and Stefan, and when Elena lost her memories and she saw Stefan Stefan went to visit her at school, okay? And she invited him to go to this party that she's, putting together with her friends or whatnot. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, like the same little, like, okay, like this, like, oh, it was just so cute to me, okay? And then she was like, I want to keep this family bonding, you know? I want to encourage family bonding. And the way she said it, because we are still family, by just looking up in his face and just the glitter in her eyes. And that's flirting. The way she was moving close to him, and he was just like, you know? He was just looking down at her like, you know? Like, Sam, stop being denial about this divorce. We are divorced, girl. We are divorced, girl. But Sam is still thinking that nothing has changed in her mind, you know? Nothing has changed. They're still a family. And the way, when she asked Oscar, like, you know, is the kids keeping you happy, and the, you know, the camping thing, and Oscar was like, oh, I'm not there this year. I'm, you know, with Aurora Media Company this year with Drew, the scholarship. And she was like, ooh, keeping it in the family business. Like, she didn't give over all her stocks to Drew. You know, I mean, why was she still, well, I guess Scout, yeah. God, that's just weird to me too. She's like, keeping it in the family business. I like it. You know, like, it's not your business anymore because you gave over all your daggone stocks. But that is a quick fix. To get married again, and then Sam has the right to everything. So that's a quick fix, y'all. So I'm not even worried about that. And then we have the wedding play out. And of course, I love Nell and her drama. And Carly broke out of prison and ended up going and talking about, oh, you're not going to marry my son. Y'all, I love what Carly's going through. Not that I appreciate how Nell is doing it, how she did it with Morgan, but God, this is to be in the books of history on GH. No one have got Carly to go to jail like this. No one have messed up her life like how Nell messed up her life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want Nell to go. I like Nell. I am sorry. And the relationship between she and Ava, when Ava, you know, reminded her that she didn't get rid of the blanket. And she was like, Ava, you're threatening me on my wedding day? I love their relationship. And then, you know, even though Ava threatened her about the blanket, you know, Nell and her still have this relationship because Nell was like I told you before, I'm telling you again, we are shoulder to shoulder between Carly and Sunny. Like, we're in this together. And she was holding Ava's hand, and I was like, oh, friendship. I want Ava to have a friend. She doesn't have a friend on the show. Call it crazy to me, but Nell and her is the same. They're crazy, and I think they could take down if they work together and be careful. And if Ava wasn't with Griffin and trying to be good and stuff like that, she wouldn't give a shit about what anybody's trying to say, and she would have did a better job with taking down Sunny and Carly, okay? Not that, you know, I don't like Sunny and Carly, but their time is over, y'all. Come on now. Like, they've been together for how many Carlys that came through this show? How many Carlys? I just want to see Sunny now with someone different, someone fresh. Not that the actress that plays Carly isn't fresh, but I feel like I'd rather see Carly with Jason. Not that I ship them, but the way they're acting, they're more connected than anything that I've ever seen on the show. And not more than Dream, but you know, they're connected more than Sunny. But anyhow, yeah, y'all. So let's go to when Carly messed up which was yesterday's episode. So Carly came in, messed up the damn wedding, you know. She went back to damn jail, well, police station. And then we see Nell going into labor, fake labor, of course. And then they took her to the hospital. So guess who ended up together, you know? It was Sam and Drew. And they went and took Mike home. And a lot of people are not paying attention to what Mike said. When they were like, Mike was like, how do you know Drew? Did you meet Sam? And he was like, we were married and, you know, we're divorced. And Mike was like, oh, you're divorced. I'm sorry to hear about that. And Drew was like, well, I guess it, you know, it wasn't meant to be. And then Mike said to Drew, that's what I used to say with Sonny's mother, okay? Meaning that that was a woman. If you don't know who Sonny's mother is, that was a woman that Mike will ever be in love with. That woman was talked about through the whole Sonny and Mike's relationship. He loves her forever, you know, forever, ever, ever. And he will be with, if she was alive, he will be with her up to this day. So when he said that to Drew, it was more like, to me, like, that's what I said about Sonny's mother, but that wasn't true. You know, it was meant to be. So I don't know if people heard that part, but I surely heard that part. And I love the scene with Sam and Drew and the looks that she gave him. It was just more like, okay, how can I fix this relationship that I've wrecked? Okay. The looks that she gave him is like, it's nothing like the looks that she gave Jason, because in the beginning it was more like a heart stop look that she saw Jason. Like, she sees the face that she remembered. Like, this is the man that she thought was dead and that she married, and then came back alive, then had another face, and now she sees this face that she's used to. And it's just crazy, y'all. This whole damn thing is crazy. But the shoulder patch when Drew asked her, so what are you saying, you know, when they were sitting down and, you know, drinking together, what are you saying, you know? Because Sam was talking to him. Everybody thought that this scene, everybody was waiting for this scene to be Sam telling Drew to move on with his life, to date other people, to blah, blah, blah. No, we saw in the preview that Curtis will be telling Drew to date again. But Sam didn't tell Drew to date again. What she said is like telling him to take a chance with love again. She didn't say with someone else, with someone new. They were talking about their relationship. Basically, to me, I'm confused, y'all. I'm confused. Comment below. They were talking about their relationship and how, you know, things happen. And even if you bring it onto yourself, basically what she did, you know, what she did to Drew and Jason, and, you know, if she was honest in how she felt, you know, stuff like that. And then Drew was like, so what are you saying? If you would have did it all over again, would you do it all over again, knowing how we'll end up, right? Me and her, Drew and Sam, not Drew and everybody else, but Sam and Drew. And she said, like I told you when I signed them divorce papers, I don't regret the moment we spent together. I never will. And a lot of Jason fans are like, well, she didn't answer the question. On this show, no one answered the question, sweetheart. This is how they answer the question. They never go, no, yes. Even when Jason was with Elizabeth, he never goes, yes, no. He's like, they always beat around the bush. Like, and say something else to answer that question, if you know what I'm saying. Anyhow, but to me, that was an answer that, girl or guy, I will do it all over again. Jason will come back to life, or come back to town, because he's alive. She thought he was alive. Come back to town, and knowing that that's Jason, the man that she said she loves all these years, okay, and stuff that they've been through together, and she loves him all these years, and what she talked about with Jake Doe before they even knew Jake Doe was, or said that Jake Doe was Jason Morgan, okay, and this is the man that she jumped in the river to find, the bay to find, when she thought he was dead, and try to find his body and stuff like that, okay? She would have stayed with Drew and did it all over again, even though it hurt her, even though, this is what I don't understand with Sam, because she told Alexis that when he walked away from her at the police station, It made her feel like nothing. And when someone that you love, this is how you know Sam loves Drew a lot. And she needs to tell Jason how she feels about Drew. Really. Tell him. Tell him that you love him. You fell in love with him. You got the life that you always wanted. And that make you love him even more. Just say it this girl, please. Is that it hurted her that he walked away from her. It hurted her so much. It made her feel like nothing. All the experiences that she had with Jason, I would think that something would make you feel like nothing. But Drew did it. Because the person that you love the most is the person that always hurts you the most. Okay? So anyhow, with all that he have done, and all that they've been together, she would have it played out again and again and again, knowing about everything, knowing how he hurt her when he walked away. She would have him do it all over again, because the life that they spend together was the life that she wanted. And she has to come to a conclusion before another girl, comes in the picture, which I heard they're going to try to put that little twin back together with Drew, the one that came from YNR as well, which I don't think. I think that they're going to meet up, or they're going to try something, but I don't think that she's meant for Drew in the long run. I think that she was meant for Jason, because there was a scene at the courthouse where she walked up to Jason, and there was this like connection, like Jason was standing here, she was standing there, and she asked him a question. And I think Sonny's lawyer came over and said, I could throw a lawsuit on you even to talk to my client, to warn her. And she walked away. It was like this, like, what is this going on here, So I don't know, y'all. But I'm sorry I've been away for so long. This is just my thoughts, not a really review on the episodes that's been going on. I'm really backed up, so I'm gonna try. Like today I might come back on because I have to watch today's episode and I didn't. And it's, what time it is now? It's 3:31, so I'm gonna try to watch it and then come back to you guys. But if you guys have any comment, and I hope I wasn't all over the place with this, but I'm so happy Dreamer back on with scenes again. I hope they keep this up. There was a preview of what's going on with Jake and Jason today, and I do not want them to turn little Jake into Danny, okay? Trying to put their parents back together, because as we know, it wouldn't make any sense for Jake to try to push Jason back to Sam when he's so used to his father, which was Drew. I know it's not his father now, but come on, Drew was his father through 3 years, and that's what he's used to. And he knows how Drew loves Sam. I mean, remember, Jake was there when Sam fell down the stairs at Elizabeth's house, when he hated Sam because he thought that Sam was going to mess up his mother, Elizabeth, and Drew's relationship. Well, it was Jason's relationship back then. Drew playing Jason. Oh my God, I can't. But remember, Jake had that storyline. It was another Jake, but it's still Jake. Okay. And he was going crazy, and they had to, put him into counseling and stuff like that to have somebody to talk to him, because he was going crazy and he was drawing all these crazy pictures of Sam. So, Jake been there through a lot with Uncle Drew now, that used to play Jason. He been there, so he knows how much Sam means to him. So I don't think that, why would you put Jake to push this man, Jason, that he really doesn't know, to someone that his father, his ex-father, used to love? You know what I mean? I hope you guys get me. But y'all, I'm going to go. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I hope to hear some comments from you guys soon, and I would love to read them. Bye.